They're very pretty for October. October 1st. This is Island Baptist Church, where Grandma Bishop, Uncle Bob, and Aunt Wren, Robbie, and Eric go to church. What counties and what rivers are we going to cross?
We're in McLean County and we're going into Davis County. And the river is in both counties.
Okay, and the two rivers?
The two rivers, Rough River and Green River.
All right.
I thought there was four.
This is between Island, Kentucky and Livermore.
Grandpa's house.
This is the tobacco barn. And there's all the tobacco hanging in there, curing. Oh, yeah. So they can make those rotten cigarettes for Sharon on Sprick, so she can get lung cancer.
They're on.
Okay? You can get the house and all if you want, but get up close there on the animals. Those were trees, and the man who lived here years ago carved those animals out of the trees that were standing there.
I don't see them.
You see what's happening? All right, through here will be best.
Got him.
Got him?
Yep. Okay, go ahead.
This is West Louisville School. This is where your aunts and uncles went to school, Pat. All Grandma Bishop's kids.
Never seen this school before.
Welcome to West Louisville. Turn it off and shoot it over here. How about that? Welcome to West Louisville Playground, our field of dreams. Isn't that neat? And there's the field. Playground right in here. Now they use it for parking.
Another bus?
Mm-hmm.
Still blinking
over
down.
here is the playground now. Look. School from this side.
Oh no, let me get the sign first. West Louisville Elementary School. Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's where I stayed when I was going to high school.
When you went to high school, you stayed in this house?
Yes.
At West Louisville. Okay. But you went to St. Joe School, didn't you?
Oh, well, that was in Lola, L-O-L-A.
Lola Moss lived right here. Okay. Is it off?
It's on.
Here's the Hayden place.
Okay. Oh, I thought it had been torn down. This is where Uncle D lived when we were kids, and it was a real pretty house. And I'd say right now, it's about on its last leg. But Uncle D lived there, and all of your cousins. If that helps.
Let's go ahead and turn around. I got it.
Okay. Here's West Louisville School. We're going to head for Curdston. Okay. Now, what did you say about your horse?
We drove here 5 miles from home.
And how did you get to school?
That was when we was going to the elementary school, the high school there.
Uh-huh. And how'd you get there?
We drove a horse. And sometimes when there wasn't but one going, they went horseback.
Uh-huh. Otherwise, you had a horse and buggy?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yep.
Golda Mae Walsh lived there. Yeah?
A house up on the hill.
As a young girl, or?
Yes, she lived there and she graduated from West Louisville High School.
Okay, so this is Mount St. Joe, and Mom went to school here. When?
1920.
Yeah, Dad put it out the front window even.
Yep.
And was it high school? Are you talking?
No.
Or?
No, I went to college here. I went to college here.
Okay.
See there's the building.
Right up here. That building?
They're all the way around.
See it in there?
Yeah.
Did you live here too, Mom? Or
No, I walked
okay.
2.5.
Right up there's the school.
And that's in Mount St. Joseph's.
And this is the church. Mom walked to school then. Okay. This is where Sharon Bishop, Uncle Bill's wife, Sharon Batman, grew up with her sisters and brother, Mom and Dad. This is right between St. Joe and Curdsville. This little creek, I don't know if you can see any water or not. See the water down there? This is St. Joe Bridge. And this is where your cousin Dana tried to teach me to float down here in the water.
Oh, I can't get any water in.
Okay. That old barn there between the trees, can you see it?
Yep.
Okay, that's on the old farm where I was a teenager.
Where we live next to it.
Yeah, we live next to it. Well, I think that old barn is on our farm. White House is where Calhoun's lived. They were Joe Calhoun, and they were our neighbors. And then on over to the left of that house is that barn sitting out by itself.
I can't get it.
See the barn there? That's on the old farm. But the house was either burned down or tore down years ago before I could get any pictures of it.
Okay.
Okay. This is the Hayden barn.
Is it tobacco in there?
Yep. More tobacco that's trying to dry out so they can roll it up into cigarettes. But that's
Sharon.
Hayden barn. Tobacco drying out. This is the big city of Curdsville. So just let it run.
See all the corn stalks?
Well, this is Shadler's. Right, Mom?
Yes.
This is
There's
Curdsville.
their tobacco barn. This is Shadler's new home. Where they used to live in this house coming up. Back when I was a kid. I don't think anyone lives there now, maybe. Whose house is this one?
This is
No, this one right here.
and that is Christine's daughter.
Okay.
And
Who lives in this one, though?
They have one child.
Who lives in this one?
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Christine Pike's daughter? That's pretty. And then who lives in the tan one then?
This is her son. And this one is old Layla Hallmark.
Yep. Old Layla lived there when I grew up. Jim and their two kids. And here's the Baptist church. Curdsville Baptist. This is where Uncle Max and Aunt Brenda still go to church. Main Street. Now we're turning on Boone Street. This is the pastor's home, parsonage. And this is the little house I always wanted to move into because I thought it was small enough I could keep it clean.
That's a house.
That's a house. It used to be a doctor's office.
Guilford doctor's office.
Mm-hmm. Are you getting the whole house, honey, and these?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You got the camera back there?
I've got it back as far as it'll go.
This is where
Lillian Moss.
lives now, but Miss Sandifer. Ann Sandifer lived there and somebody else. What was her name?
And then Dr. W.L. Tyler built it.
Smith.
No, Smith lived back there in that house back there.
Okay. I thought she lived here with Miss Ann for a while.
Oh, no.
Okay. And then Lydian, who lived right here in this big house?
This is the... Christine Pike's daughter lives here, and I think that's who she married.
But years ago, wasn't it, was it Lydian Calhoun? Layson
house.
lived there.
The
Okay.
druggist.
And was Frankie Harrell, wasn't that used to live here?
Yeah,
Back when I was a kid. And over here was the parsonage.
Can we get it?
Turn it off now, and then you swing it around. That was the parsonage back when I was growing up. And through the woods right here, this is where we used to go. And you could come out on the creek and the river back there. Panther Creek and Green River. And we used to walk the banks, and Dad would have his fishing lines. But we go right through here, and your uncles had rabbit boxes back there, rabbit traps, to catch rabbits. You got it out your side window?
Yep.
This is Pam and Jeff's house.
So where they live right now?
Mm-hmm. That's a big fat house. That's pretty.
Yes.
$61.85. This must be their garden. Mm-hmm. Get out and get us tomatoes. And this is where Lydia Calhoun lived when I was young. Now who lives here now?
Her son has come in from another state.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And this is the Catholic Church. And we are on 1st Street. And this is where the priest lives.
This is where Carolyn's farm.
Oh. We're going to go on this side. I don't know who lives here now.
Oh, it's a
Used to be,
pain. It's a pain.
And this is where Paynes used to live right here.
The road is awful bumpy.
Kids. Eddie Payne was one. And was it Garvin Wall? Which one of these? This house right here was Garvin and Pauline Wall, our postmistress. And there was an older man by himself that lived in this house, wasn't there? Paulson. Hey, what do we got there? Looks like tobacco.
Well, 104-year-old woman.
She's 104, and her name is Martine Hopkins. And her son's name is Ewell, Tom Ewell.
The actor.
He was an actor back 2 years ago.
He's still living.
Still living. And who lives here?
Oh, I like that. That's nice.
I don't know either one of these homes. And this one is a new one. Okay. This is Green River. And this, Mom said, is where she was baptized. So right here. Now, I thought some of Green River didn't have a bottom to it. Or they hadn't found the bottom, I should say. This is across from Martine Tompkins' house. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's the Green River. When we were growing up, there were so many trees and all that you couldn't hardly see the river. So a lot of this has been cleared out. And this is where who lives here. It's so long I've forgotten. Susie. Susie Bell.
Susie O'Brien.
Susie B. Yeah, Susie B. O'Brien.
Ooh, that breeze feels good.
Put your window down there, Mom. I'll be more answer. And over here is where John, what's John's last name? Woodens. Is that his name?
Yeah, he was. This is where Carolyn lived when she was.
Cut it off and then I'm put it. And this is where?
Where Carolyn lived when she's 2 years old.
Uh-huh. That's John Woodard. John Woodard is the one facing me. That's one of the And down here is Green River. And Mom doesn't want us to go over.
Carolyn's, where she lived when she was 2.
And the old pool hall used to sit right in here somewhere. I'm sure. Okay.
Was that Aunt Carolyn that lived there when she was 2?
Yeah. The house you just passed.
Now who lives here?
This is the new house. The pool room used to be here. It's been torn down.
What about this house up here?
Nah, it's just, it was moved in later years. It used to be a trailer, and I think they've added on to it.
Looks
And
nice.
here's the general store.
Oh yes, we cannot forget the general store. When I was here, I think I used to bribe Uncle Max, giving me some money so I could come down to the general store.
Here's the post office.
Go ahead. Does Margie still work there?
Yep. And then there's Uncle Max's. And he's got a coon dog convention going on this weekend. And this is where Laura Calhoun lived. Arthur Calhoun. Their 2 kids.
Tobacco.
Yay, tobacco. This is where the old Catholic schoolhouse was when we were growing up, and we'd come over here to use the playground for volleyball games and ball games and what have you. And here is Edwina. Yep. Miss Calhoun used to live here. Miss Augusta Calhoun when I was growing up. And now it's Edwina Fenwick. And here's the old house.
Stop for a second.
And older and worse. Good thing Mom got out years ago.
And
Miss Donahue and her friend used to live here. Can't remember the other lady. Miss Payne. Miss Payne. Miss Donahue and Miss Payne. And this is where Miss Ethel and Mr. Tom Hallmark lived. And this is where the Fenwicks lived. They were several children. And this is where Christine Pike lived. And Donahue's, I believe.
No, that is the Pike.
Pike? Okay.
Pretty house.
Donahue's lived right
This
here.
is one
And this is where
Joe Madigan.
Joe Madigan lived. And this one's Bernard Payne and Margie, or not Payne, Calhoun, that run the store. This is their house. And then who did the big house belong to?
It belonged to Alvin Trogdon.
Alvin Trogdon, that's right. She
it's
had
pretty.
red hair.
I like that house.
And then back here, Mr. Beals had a house. Is it still standing? And that's where who was born, Max?
Bill.
Bill.
But that's not his back there.
No.
That
This
belongs
house
to that. That belongs
Right
to
in
that.
here, Patty.
Right here.
This is where your Uncle Bill was born.
Really?
Are you close enough to the window to
Mm-hmm.
get all of it?
How come all my aunts and uncles were all born in different houses?
Can you get it all? Because
Yep.
Grandma and Grandpa moved around a lot while they were having kids.
Yep,
We
got
need to
it.
get back farther from it so we can get the whole house. Cut it off
And
and
when
go
Joe-
back.
This is a tobacco wagon.
You can see that I was sat saying, that almost looks like Uncle Don, but I know it can't be.
We're coming slowly.
Mm-hmm. I'd say it's a loaded down wagon. It's a lot of tobacco.
This looks like a pain.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what pain it could be.
I know, I'm getting it.
Okay. See the house,
Where
the
Uncle
whole
Bill was
house
born.
this time?
Oops,
Yeah,
wrong way.
this is where Uncle Bill was born.
Yep, get the whole house.
Okay, that's good.
Where Uncle Bill was born.
look at the pretty yellow flowers, Mom. You could have gotten us a bouquet of flowers. And here's the Methodist Church.
Up here.
That was where Granddad Basham used to live. That one right there.
Oh, it was? Is it one straight in? Granddad Basham lived there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's whose house?
Madam.
I'm not sure which one.
The back of Joe Manley's house. And that's where Grandpa Basham
Lived for years.
after he's married, before he's married.
When he was, after his children had left home. And he lived there after they had left home. And he was a dentist. And whenever he'd come in from practicing, he'd always have his buggy full of fruit, and all the children drove run to meet him.
So you're talking about Granddaddy's father, your grandfather. Okay.
And here's the church that he went to school to.
He was Methodist. This is where Grandpa Basham, which is your grandmother's grandfather, went to church here, the Methodist Church.
And my father, too.
Okay, and Granddad, our Granddad too. Now cut the camera, Pat, and over here. Clemens' house, and this is where the tobacco wagons went. Those two tobacco wagons we just met, they pulled in there.
Biggie Clemens.
This is still the Thompson's farm. So Mr. and Mrs. Thompson is who I remember when I grew up here. But this must be their son now?
When you knew, it was a Lombardian when you grew up.
Yeah, and then after that, though, there was Thompson's, I think. There was a lady that moved in there and had a boy and a girl, I think. Chitucha?
So do those here the Thompsons?
Yeah. See the old red barn out here?
Yep.
And then there's like a tobacco wagon out there, too.
Oh, okay. Hold on for a second. Let me get the tobacco wagon. See it? Right out there. That's
Okay.
probably one of them that we met.
Now put your camera over on this side.
That's coming too.
This is the back of
What's that shed?
Grandma Bishop's house.
All these trees they planted.
So your sons did.
So the neighbor would.
Just keep running.
You got me in the tree.
Yeah, okay. Let's pass that truck. There's Grandma Bishop, back of her house. This is about 4 or 5 years after she's moved out. She's had money. And here's your tobacco. This is on the old school ground.
Wonder how many cigarettes that would make.
Too many.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see the red brick building over on the other side? That's the new Catholic school. But they haven't had school there in quite a few years. We do not have enough children around here anymore. So they go to St. Joe's School.
Semi-truck.
Yeah, used to be where Arthur and Laura Calhoun lived with their kids. And this is Uncle Max's. Right here, the
Coon dogs.
coon dogs. Where the fence.
See back in there enough.
Picture of the old tractor with the barn in the background that Susan took the picture, and Dad was so interested in, she had a blown up one made for him. He used to work back here in these barns back years and years and years and years ago. And I don't know where the old tractor is, but it's probably back there somewhere. And this is behind Uncle Max's house. But Dad said he used to work those barns back when he was younger.
Okay. Can we cut it off?
Yeah.
Well, so he related to the Burns.
Related to the Burns, but he lived there by himself. And that's the right size house to have, Mom. You got your refrigerator, your stove, your TV, and your bed. What else could you need? This is back behind the old general store. Here's the store.
Didn't she used to park her car in there?
Yeah, she had a new one. So do you want to go in and say hello, Pat, and wish you a nice one? This is the house where I was born. Some 48 years ago.
Oh, I think you forgot 10 years.
10 years?
You've got pictures of me from
Mm-hmm. It's pretty the way they fixed it up. It was white when I remember it. This is the Catholic school next door to it. Oh, and this is where Miss Deanie and I don't remember his name. John. Miss Deanie and Mr. John Overton lived. Back when I was a child, and then down here, what was her name, Mom? Was it Paulson? No.
Hallmark.
Miss Holly, was it? No.
Miss Gertrude Hallmark.
Gertrude, that's what it was. She used to give me sweets and goodies all the time. Because I had a paper route, sold grit. And I'd come right there to that side door. This is where Aunt Carolyn was born. With the
Back
old
there.
house, and there you gone.
Back there.
Is this the old house over here? Is that the old house, Mom?
That's what they
Is
say.
it going? It's a, looks like a one-story now instead of a three-story. But Aunt Carolyn was born in that house. Right there.
These
Right
trees.
there. That's what's left of
See
it.
these trees?
Mm-hmm.
1918 to 1923.
The greenhouse, is that what you've got over there with the fence? The green hill?
Yeah.
Fence around the house? That's where Grandma Bishop lived from 1918 to 1923. And that's right across the field.
Now you need to sit still.
That's right across the field from the house where Aunt Carolyn was born. Right across the road. Okay, got it? So then you were born here?
No, I was just a few weeks old.
A few weeks old, okay.
I was born in Kerrsville. But they wanted to move, and they kept waiting for me to come, and I never did come. So they moved out here, and then I came.
So then you were born here then?
No,
You
I
said
came.
that they moved out here and then you came.
No, then they came after I was born, and I always wanted to go through it.
Well, when we go up there and knock on the door and ask them if you go through it. But that's a house that's always intrigued Mom because she was very little when she lived there. And staying there. But the house is gone. There was a house here. Right there's the lane. The house here that Grandma lived in back in 1940 when Aunt Carolyn was a baby. There was two different houses there. And she lived in both of them. Davis County High School, where I went to high school.